Hello, Shuttlestar. Once again, gonna go ahead and do our live reaction to Fairy Tale Chapter 451, Fairy Heart. Hopefully, we finally get to figure out what the hell this is, and they just don't leave off on some point that's like, okay, we're gonna tell you what Fairy Heart is now, but you're gonna have to wait until the next chapter. I'm like, that's gonna be bullshit. But I haven't actually read this one yet, so it should be interesting how it goes. Here we go. Right. Chapter starts off with basically a picture of the first fairy tale building. All of it was possible because everyone was here. Love, hope, dreams, and strength. Okay. Let's see. And we have Zerf carrying the dead mate. Well, we're actually still not too sure if she's dead because there's a whole spirit thing that she's got going on President's Day. So I'll just say Zerf is currently carrying her body to Fairy Tale. Well, I assume it's Fairy Tale because we see Pietro, the guy with the eye patch, basically. You're that black wizard from before. Why are you here? Wait, is that Nervous you're carrying? She's been missing for a year and everyone's so worried. Are you alone? Yes. Everyone's out preparing for the harvest. I was forced to act to be the acting guild master while Mervis was away. Master, oh I see, so this is the guild. In that case, I've come to return Mavis to you. Jesus Christ. I mean, see this? Basically, he just dropped Mavis to the ground like a rag doll. And P Dial, basically the second master, before he went fucking evil and everything. It's like, how could you treat her like that? She isn't a doll. Well, she won't be moving anymore. And he's trying to figure out what P Dial is basically trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Wait, hold up. Let me at least try and figure out what the hell his name is. Give me a minute. I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the hell out of it right now. Let's see. There we go. Second. Perch Dull Block. Okay, I'm not even gonna attempt to try and straighten that out. Hades. He nicknamed himself Hades. We're just gonna fucking call him Hades. Okay. He's trying to figure out if she's asleep or not, and Zerp basically says, no, actually the bubble's fucking empty. Great. Really? Really? I hate this site. Yeah, sorry, the bubble's empty. Okay, let's see what's going on. Zerf basically walks away after saying goodnight, Mavis. Hades is asking, "Who are you?" He says, "Zerf." That's right. If Mavis was a fairy, then I guess you could call me a Sparagon. Sparagon. I'm just gonna say Sparagon. Again, butchering the hell out of the name properly, but whatever. I'm so tired of this already. I don't want to be around people anymore. That's right. I'll start with my simulation gangs again. I won't have to worry about anything in Atrocro. I shouldn't have fallen in love. I couldn't. Zerf, is he that legendary black wizard? Hades is shocked when he finally realizes, oh shit, I've been taught by a madman. And he's basically trying to figure out what's wrong with Mavis. I generally feel bad for Zerf. He thought that he could actually start a life. I mean, if Mavis didn't die, he probably wouldn't have been as fucked up as he is right now. I mean, dude's even got a fucking tear come along. Hades is trying to figure out if she's really dead. No. So her heart's not beating, but he can still feel some magic inside her. Looks like he's gonna go ahead and try and bring her back. We have a Lychans under the guild that could resurrect her, if I remember correctly. Okay, so Hades is the one that put Mavis inside the crystal. Okay, we now have an answer as to how the fuck that happened. Her heart wasn't beating, she was legally dead, but Mavis still had magic in her power. So Hades put her inside of a crystal to try and save her. Still not sure why the hell he went off the deep end, but I guess we might find out. Anyway, it says, that's how my body came to be inside that crystal. He tried as many resurrection spells as he could, but nothing worked. Okay, so Hades generally did try to save her, but he couldn't. Maybe that's the reason why. Okay, let's see. And soon Hades himself realized that I had the curse of Arnoxaram. Okay, again, it says Pietra, but I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce that. So he realized that the reason why Rita died was because Mavis eventually killed her. And he also realized there's no way he'd be able to tell the others that. He basically forced himself to keep it a secret. Hades also he also chose to announce that Mavis had died, and that her grave was on the guild's holy ground, Tendril Island. Tendril Island was my birthplace, and also where I first met Hades for the first time. Okay, so she's basically telling them how. Okay, so now we got a legitimate reason as to how this all happened. Zerf brought Mavis back to Fairy Tale, believing that she was fully dead, but the thing is, she still had magic in his body. So Hades took her body, sealed inside of a crystal to try and save her. Tried as many resurrection spells as he could. None of it worked. And to top it off, he realized that she had the fucking killing curse. And so he also realized that the reason why Makarov's mother died is because Mavis accidentally took it. Okay. He just made up some story that she died and that, what was it? Yeah, that she died and that he buried her on Tendril Island. And he probably also became the official guild head after that. Yeah. The same year, Hades became the official second master, and this was done according to my will before I had departed. Hades balanced the job as a guild master while trying to sort all of ways to bring me, while trying all of sort of ways to bring me back. 3 years later, 3 years later, Makarov's dad, Yuri, passed away, unaware of the circumstances that caused his wife to die. Wow. Okay, I'm starting to see why Hades probably went off the deep end. I mean, fucking Zerf shows up. He goes ahead and drops Maven's body. It's pretty obvious that he's the cause of her being dead. And stop that. And he tries to save Maven by putting her into a crystal before realizing she had a fucking curse on her that was killing everybody around. That killed his best friend's wife. And to top it off, 3 years later, his best friend dies. And pretty young too, because Yuri was not that. Yuri looked like he was in his 20s when he had Makarov, and 3 years later isn't really that long. So yeah, Yuri died pretty young, probably, let's say, late 20s, early 30s. Okay. And then 30 years gone by, Hades never stopped trying. Everything was becoming very unpredictable. Hades was a genius, and even with his unrivaled knowledge and talent, I was stuck with a curse. I had become somewhat suspended in animation, alive but at the same time dead. But that combination gave birth to a new indescribable magic. Okay, so 30 years later, and this is pretty much what Hades looks like now. Not the best view, but you get it. Okay. This is a kind of magic that could shake the very foundation of the world. Okay, so Hades found a new type of magic, eternal magic, fairy heart. I think this might actually be similar to the heart that gave him his youth and all his power during the Tendriel Island arc. Remember that heart that no matter how much he got his ass kicked, he still kept getting back up, healing and all powerful, and the fucking cats, she went ahead and destroyed. Yeah, he probably made a replica of Fairy Heart and used it to create his Devil's Heart. Eternal magic, what is that? Just like its name suggests, a limitless magic, one that will never run out. This obviously freaks the hell out of Natsu, an everlasting fountain of magic. For example, there was once a weapon called the Entrius that the old Magic Council had, and one attack from that weapon could wipe out an entire country. Basically read the Heaven's Tower arc when Erza was trying to when they were trying to use Erza as a sacrifice and they fucking fired the Jupiter cannon. With the Fairy Heart, you could fire that Entrion repeatedly without worrying about the magic. Or should I say, it was a magic, it has enough magic to enable that, but then again, it's hard to explain just how much it has. Okay. So basically, Nerva's body somehow turned into some unlimited fountain of magic. It looks like what's his name? Hades used that very same concept to create his Devil's Heart, is all I can say. It is infinite after all. And everybody's basically shocked to all hell, like, holy shit. It Even fucking Loxus is looking like, I'm not sure I want to stay in this guild anymore. Might be time to go back to fucking Blue Pegasus. I mean, look at these faces. Not the best picture, but you get where this is going. If anyone caught wind of that, he's right. It could shake the very foundation of the magic world. My son Ervin once wanted this as well. I wonder how this got out, but now Alvarez is aware of it as well. Let's see. So we're saying Iris is attacked because they want very hard. Okay. So basically, Makarov's son, Loxus's father, he found out about Fairy Heart, found out about the fucking eternal magic and wanted to get his hands on it. Huh, I wonder if it's possible that he's working for the Alvarez Empire. Food for thought. And Alvarez wants the Fairy Heart. Basically, Mary Jean is wondering, Mira Jane is wondering if why they want it since they should have already enough power to take down the country. And Mervis says that they're planning on taking down Acnologia. Acnologia has been getting on Zerf's nerves this whole time. Well, damn. I actually gotta say I'm a bit impressed with Happy. He asks a very simple, yet I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some complicated question, but it's a very good one too. Happy asks, if it was that powerful, couldn't we just beat both Alvarez and Acnologia with it? It's a very good question. Obviously, Natsu ain't having none of that. He wants to kill Acnologia with his own hands. Natsu turn into a dragon versus an Acnologia. That's what I want to see. Okay. Makara says that he's actually thought about using Fairy Heart in such a way. But he says that even if that they won that round, there's no telling what would happen next. The Entrions that now has an infinite source of magic. In other words, I'm pretty sure he's basically implying, like, yeah, if we use this, a whole bunch of fucking people would find out about it, then everybody would war over it. I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. And she's talking about a magic born from my sins. I never thought I'd drag all of you into this, and she's sorry, but really, what the hell is she sorry about? I mean, I can understand given the situation, but it's not like this is her fault. I mean, if anything, it's fucking Blue Skull's fault. They fucking murdered everyone on the island, killing her, the guild she was a part of. Even if it was a shitty guild, it was still her home. And killed her best friend, who she ended up conjuring as an illusion, but didn't realize it. And that chain of events is pretty much what led to what it is now. Okay, next page. It's not a sin to fall in love. You can't even arrest someone over that. Ah, so Gajil's actually sprouted some pretty past this shit right now. And Luvy's blushing. I mean, come on. This shit might as well already be canon. Luvy and Gajil. Still gonna make one funny ass story when they tell their kids someday. Mom, Dad, how did you two met? Well, your father beat the shit out of me and my friends, and then crucified me on a tree and painted his old guild marks over my stomach. After that, he joined my guild and I fell in love with him. I know I'm a dick for saying that, but come on, we all know that's true. And everybody's surprised that he could be that for the solid quote as well. Alright. Ezra's basically telling the first not to blame herself. And like Lucy is also pointing out, like, if it weren't for her, we wouldn't all have Fairy Tail at all. Basically, everybody's trying to cheer her up and saying they'll fight for her. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I really hope Wendy gets one. Like, Wendy's saying that we'll fight as well. Wendy's been one of my favorite characters because as over the series progressed, she started out as super fucking weak, but I really want her to get strong. I'm deviated. Sorry. Let's get going. I'll talk about that later. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. And Juby's actually joined in. She's crying and shit. And Gray's looking like, please don't drown the guild. Juby actually says something pretty sad too, saying that Mervis Summit has to fight the person she once loved. That was a long time ago. Zeref has now become a threat to mankind. We must defeat him. Okay, so Mavis is being realistic. She's not happy about it, but it can't be helped. Okay, so, but even if we do something about the Alvarez soldier, Zerf is immortal, isn't he? He can't be killed then. Mavis just got that face with a sweat driving like, you guys actually have a point. Yeah, they do have a point. And Natsu says, leave that to me. I'll take Zerf down. I've been developing this technique in secret anyway. Okay. Natsu's saying that he's been developing this technique in secret anyway. What is it? What the hell has he been developing? Why is he so sure he can take Zerf down with it? Let's see, is there another page? Nope, that's the end of the chapter. And Natsu is also holding his white bandaged arm. You know, the arm that reacted to Brandon, basically the first Sparagon soldier they met. That chick that can shrink things and make them super fucking big. Yeah, remember when it reacted to her and he held his arm? Yeah, apparently the technique he's holding has something to do with that. Dragonization, maybe? Yeah, I know I'm really obsessed with that, but whatever. So that's chapter 551. Pretty much nothing but exposition, but we found out a lot. We finally found out what Fairy Heart is. We found out how Hades became the official second master, and let's see. We also found out what Fairy Heart can do. It's basically a limitless source of magic, and a lot of fucking people would love to get their hands on it. And also, it seems Natsu has a new technique that he claims can take down Zerf. Don't know what it is, haven't got the slightest clue. Didn't really see any pointers for the next chapter because of the simple fact that, well, manga here decides to put their fucking logo wherever the new chapter name is. Kind of ticked off about that, but whatever. So that's Fairy Tail 451. Nothing really exciting happened, just exposition like I said. I might go ahead and put out like another review after I read a few times and put out some key points of it. But that's it for now. Seriously, hit me up with some comments. Tell me what you think. I really want to know. Subscribe if you want to. Till then, peace. Shadowstar signing out.